Hey, good evening. Good evening, guys, rock stars, wherever you are. Let's see, it's going on almost midnight in the UK. Sorry I'm being so late. I had worked all day today and just now got in and took me a little nap. But I wanted to give some props to Tino Zuniga. Um, Tino did three, four videos yesterday on showing people how to create these Gmail templates. Okay. And I'm going to be going and sharing my screen here in a minute. While you're here, excuse me, on this live stream here on YouTube, uh, do me a favor and click the like and subscribe button and click the bell down below so that every time I put up a new tips and tricks, you can get a email notification. Yes. Um, what I'm going to be doing is showing a little extra step that I didn't see in Tino's, and hope you find it helpful. I just used it today. Um, I've been using this strategy for several years. Okay. And in addition to what Tino showed you yesterday, I've got a little marketing twist on it where you can tell people to send a particular string and a subject line to this address on Gmail, and you'll send the information back. And what you have to do is you have to set up a filter after you create the draft and the template, and you create the template, okay, and the draft. And I've already got two of them set up. So let me share my screen. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with everybody. And just in case I need it, I'm going to turn on the system audio. Okay. If you're in the chat stream right now, what I'm going to do is refresh my YouTube channel. I've been doing this for a little over 10 years, almost 15 years. I've been teaching. Years ago, we were doing the freebies with, gosh, instant rewards. That's a long time ago. Okay, here it is. It's live on the link that I sent you in the group, youtube.com/C/Ernest O'Dell/videos. And then you can click here and watch, comment. You can sit in live. Okay. Now, I hope everybody is over in the group. All right. So I see, let's see, Harry Bushwitz, um, Thomas Wesley Nutt, Joseph Stridham, um, Krista Ziobrovsky. I watched your video yesterday on Cash Now. I watched your video, and I was watching another guy do his. Joshua Lindsay and Jillian Wright. Jillian, you're still up. It's almost midnight there, lady. Ay, milas. I hope you guys find this informative. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of expand on what Tino showed us yesterday. So if you have any comments, um, you know, click on that video that's showing live and, type in your comments. So I'll have to jump back and forth, to see if, see if any comments were made. Right here, I've got two drafts, okay? And let me show you first what these drafts are, okay? This is the draft that I would send out to, like Tino showed you yesterday. Um, this is the draft that I would send out to people that had subscribed, and I just kind of give them a little extra heads up, and I might, type in their name here and say, "Hi, Anthony." Let's say Anthony was, somebody that subscribed, uh, but I would do that only when I actually send it. So if I go back to the inbox and I go to do a search, and here I've already got this kind of cookied in. Ernest, a prospect, just filled out the opt-in form on your site. Um, and I've got several people I know. I'm running um, a campaign, uh, Team Buddha. Okay. I think, yeah, as long as they came in on one of my Cash Now funnels, I will send them a reply. So I click on their email and it opens up. And then all I've got to do is just come over here and go to templates because I've already constructed the template. And then I come down here. I must have had about 300 or 400 old templates and canned responses. That's what we used to call them years ago, canned responses. And you had to get a plug in and everything. Well, now I guess Google has fixed it all and they've pretty much gone internal. So now I'm going to go Cash Now funnel onboarding uh, notice. And I just say, it says subscriber. So I would say, "Hi, team Buddha." All right. Because I don't know their email or I don't know their first name. And I just say, Ernest O'Dell here. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of open this up a little bit full screen so you can see what I'm doing. And I just say, "You recently signed up with Cash Now Funnel within the past 24, 48 hours. And I wanted to let you know to whitelist this email address because I am using Gmail Direct Send. Now I'm going to send this to them." Okay. It's a direct send. So there it is. Shows my email. And I go into a little bit, maybe too much information. Who knows? I may need to shorten it up and just tell them, check your email. Okay. And that's okay. Maybe I just, put too much information in here and they say, "Oh no, man, this guy's a nut. He's a nutcase. He's an old nutcase." It's supposed to be a funny. I just tell them, "I will be sending you follow-up instructions from this email, blah, blah, whatever you put in." Okay. And then, you're going to save it. So I'm going to go ahead and send this one. But let's go back and look at something else that I'm doing real quick. And let's say I'm in um, a group. Let me go to one of my groups. And let's see if I can't get this thing switched over. Come on. Now, one of my really active groups, let me see if I can't find. Yeah, this is a job board that I manage here in Lubbock. Okay. Lubbock Jobs and Employment. I don't want to post anything in there, and I'll tell you why, because I pretty much restrict them to just local market jobs, people looking for jobs. So let me go to the Lubbock remote jobs, which does allow um, work at home, remote work postings. Okay. Whereas the Lubbock Jobs and Employment group, I don't allow because, they just, we don't have time to vet them all. And these are heavily moderated groups. Okay. So I'm going to log into the group, and there it is. And that's my phone number right there. Uh, that's a Google number. That'll ring in on Google. So if I'm running an ad and I see the Google number come up, I know somebody's answering the ad. Um, as a matter of fact, I probably need to take this and turn the ringers off so I'm not uh, distracted. Okay. Because I know on the other phone they can't, you know, they can't do anything on this other phone. I've got all the sound and everything turned off, I think. Yeah, let's see. Sound, ringer volume, 100%. Okay. Let's get these down. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll just say clear. Now, because I never know when I'm going to go live, and a lot of the people that try to call me, they never know if I'm going live, and I just swipe and decline the calls in the middle of the call. Okay, so now we got the paperwork out of the way. I probably should have done that before I started this, right? Yeah, okay. Beat me up for lack of planning. So this Lubbock jobs, remote jobs, I would put something real short in this group, and maybe even use some of the colored backgrounds. Uh, Let me use this because I'm asking a question. Uh, Looking for remote work, need cash now. Send an email to dmsgroupster@gmail.com with, I want to put this in quotes because it works with or without quotations, double quotes, with cash now in the subject line, and I'll send you the information. All right. It says, let me do this and shorten it up because I want it to leave. I like to leave it, or I can post a picture. I can make a photo and put it up there. All right. All right. That, I don't want that to happen. So let's go back. All right. Looking for remote work. Need cash now. Send email to DMS Groupster with cash now in the subject line, and I'll send info. So it doesn't get too many characters in there, you'll lose your picture. Leave the period off the end. All right, now I'll post this. This is usually a pretty responsive group, okay? I'll post it up at the top of the group because this group I am the owner and admin, all right? And then I'll scroll down. It says looking for remote work, need cash now, send emails to dmsgroupster@gmail.com with cash now in the subject line, and I'll send info. Now, another thing that I'll do to keep people from spamming the comment threads is I'll come up here and I'll click these three dots, and I'll turn off commenting. All right. So now you see it pop up over there on the left, and you'll see that I've turned off commenting for this post. And you can do this in any group that you're in if you're using groups. I don't advertise a lot in groups. I use it for test. I test methodologies, strategies, and tactics to see, the engagement factor, but I don't get a whole lot of people in these groups. This is a pretty responsive group. And then I'll pin this up to the featured post so that every time they come into the group, you just saw it pop in here. Every time one of the members of this group logs into this group from Facebook, they'll see this up at the top in the featured section. And as you see here, I've got, a picture for the orientation. And this is, a featured ad to one of the blog posts that I did. Okay. So now that we've got that up there, we're just going to wait, and I'll get email notifications. I'll get SMS notifications when somebody actually signs up. Because what's going to happen now is, let me go in and see if I can't log into my Yahoo account. And I'll show you how this works. Okay. mail.yahoo.com. Come on. I got a slow bandwidth. mail.yahoo.com. Anthony over about 3 blocks from me, he sent one this morning. Okay. All right. Now it's showing me tap on Yahoo notification. Let me go in here and say, send me verify with Google account. Go back and check my inbox for the Yahoo 2-factor. Okay. There it is. Sign in notification. It's a little slow in the uptake. Let's see what that says. If this was you, you're all set. If this wasn't you, take action. So this was me. All right. All right. Now what I'm going to do is, I got some, that's okay. That's my Yahoo notification. Now what I'm going to do is compose an email from my Yahoo. I'm going to send it over to dmsgroupster@gmail.com. And I'm just going to put in the subject line, cash now, lowercase, and now I'm going to see if it's case sensitive, dmsgroupster@gmail. Uppercase, cash now. And I'm going to send. You don't have to put anything in the body. Just, tell them to. And then look in the email inbox, and there it is. Okay, so it automatically replied back. And there is the information that I had compiled. And I'm going to show you how to compile this and put it together like Tino did. Very short, to the point. Thank you for requesting more information about Cash Now Funnel. And you can edit this and overwrite your old templates. All right. Click here to register for the orientation and watch the video. Boom. Click on this and it opens up to the URL I've got plugged in for 100grandayear.com. I was lucky to get that domain. I've got two versions of 100 grand a month and 100 grand a month club.com. And I was just looking the other day. I wonder if there's a 100 grand a month or a 100 grand a year domain availability, and there was, and I bought it through PLS. Okay, so 100 grand a year. And if you know how to embed links in Gmail, works like any other autoresponder, only it's just a single layer. Okay, here's another one. Came in. So it works uppercase, lowercase, and probably works mixed case. So DMS Groupster. Oops, let me get my caps lock off. DMS Groupster. I'm running slow on the bandwidth because I've got video going. All right, there is DMS Groupster. And we're going to say cache now, mixed case, and we're going to hit send. And give it a second or two, or do a reload. F5 on the keyboard, reload that screen, and sure enough, there it is, folks. Okay, so it works. Mixed case, uppercase, with or without the quotations. All right, now let's go back, okay, and see what we're looking at here. And I go back to my inbox. And when I'm checking on my Gmail, I see something like this. It will show the person's name, you know, who sent the request. So you can look in your back office of Gmail and see, you know, how often that thing is getting sent just by looking at, you know, the title. All right. So how do you put all this together? Tino showed us yesterday. And I'm just going to kind of make a real quick lap around the block to show you. We're going to compose an email, and we're not going to have it go to anyone. And the subject, we're going to say 100, let's say 100K per year. And I'm going to say something, let me blow this up to large. Okay. Let me see if I can't use a different URL. I'm going to use my secure socket. I think. No, we're going to close that. Let me go back. We're going to do this. I like to put in some kind of a graphic call to action. If you're going to use them, click here to go to 100 grand a year. Register to watch the video. You must watch the intro video and steps 1, 2, and 3 to be eligible. And this is some of my reverse psychology working here. To be eligible, is that how you spell it? Eligible to join my team. Thank you, Ernest O'Dell. Okay, and then I'll put in http://www.100brandayear.com. All right, and I'll highlight that. Come down here to the, move this out of the way, toolbar. Go to the embed link, insert link, and it just automatically pops it. All right. So I'm going to highlight that again and copy that and come up here and say, click here. I'm going to highlight this. Let me go ahead and blow this up so you can see it. All right. Click here. I'm going to highlight that. Or let me highlight the whole thing. All right. And we're going to do this again. And then we're going to pop that in there because now we're highlighting not a link, but actual text. All right. And you can test it to make sure that it goes. You know, if you wanted them to send you back an email, reply back, then, you know, there's all kinds of ways that you can do this, but this is like the fastest and easiest. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to highlight it again, and I'm going to come over here to the text color and I'm going to give it blue and I'm going to make it bold, and it's already underlined. All right. Click here to go to 100 grand a year. All right. And now what I'm going to do is come down here like Tino did, and I've done this before, and we're going to say templates. We're going to come up and say save draft as template. Let me move this out of the way again. Save draft as template. And we're going to come down here, save as new template. And it's going to automatically put the template name in there from the subject line that I put in when I created this, and I want to save it. All right. And then we'll close. So now I've got 3 drafts. Now, you could send this manually, but what we're going to do now is we're going to create a filter. I've already created a filter for this one. All right. The Cash Now onboarding is a manual message that I send out. This one here is an automatic, and this one here we're going to make it automatic. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. I'm going to click on Show Search Options, and we're going to leave these blank and put in the subject. Okay, 100K per year. And we're going to create a filter. Click OK. And now what we're going to do is you can sometimes, I hardly ever, click this, but I am going to choose a template. All right. I'm going to choose a template, drop it down. I'm going to select this one because that's the template canned response, and create filter, and it's ready to go. Okay. So now I'm going to jump back over here to my Yahoo Compose. We're going to send another one over to DMS Groupster at Gmail. There he is. We're going to say 100K per year. We're just going to do some mixed case here. And boom, send. And you can use whatever you want to in the subject line, but you got to be careful. Remember, if you start using more than one template with the same subject line, like more info or send me more info, and you create two or more, you're going to get mixed messages and sometimes duplicates and replication. All right. So make sure they're very unique. Now, I've had some people on the group say, "Hey, man, I sent an email just like you said." And I said, "Yeah, did you do it exactly like I said?" No, okay. Computers are GIGO, all right? The internet is based on a bunch of computers. The computer doesn't know if we're smart or if we're, you know, less than 100 IQ. It doesn't know and it doesn't care. So you do have to make sure. There it is, okay? Now here we are. It came in 100K per year, and there is the email. I could blow this up, I guess. No, I don't want to do that. Bring it back down. It says, "Thank you for requesting more information about earning $100 per year." So now I screwed that up, so I got to correct it, right? But the link works. Okay, let me show you how to fix that. Let me go back over to Gmail, click on this. All right, we're going to open it up, and we're going to say, "Thank you for requesting more information about earning 100 grand a year." Boom, 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 boom. With Cash Now funnel. All right. Now we're not going to come over here and hit the send or save. What we're going to do here is we're going to go back over here to templates, and we're going to say save draft. Oh, guys, I got to move this toolbar out of the way again. Save draft as template, and we're going to click on the one that's already there, and it's going to come up and ask me, do you want to overwrite it? So yeah, this is like just creating a document. We're going to overwrite it. All right. And now that it's saved, we can close that, because I'm going to reload the page and make sure. Good old Starbucks Pike Place coffee. I'm drinking coffee late in the evening. Well, late in the afternoon for me. I'll probably be up all night working. All right. We got any comments going on? Maybe I should look in the groups. Let's see. Let me get back over to Google real quick. I don't want to go off on a rabbit hole here. Okay. It's loading, spin. Once it gets loaded, it'll open back up. I wanted to make sure that I refresh this screen so that I can open up the draft and make sure it's properly worded. Now, I tried to insert images yesterday, but I couldn't embed the image with a link because I've got some really neat GIFs. Y'all have seen them. I've put them up in the group, images and GIF files, but I couldn't get it to go in. So let's click that. And sure enough, there it is. It's fixed. Thank you for requesting more information about earning 100 grand a year. All right. All right, close that. Let's go back over to my Yahoo and let's do one more compose. DMS Groupster, and we'll say 100K per year. If I add anything else to that, it's not going to trigger. If they put info on 100K per year, well, I don't know, it might trigger. We'll see. Let me go ahead and send that. Yeah, let's do a test while I'm here. Okay, send it to dmsgroupster@gmail.com. Who knows? You know, Gmail templates might prove me wrong. It didn't work before, I tell you. Send me more info about 100K per year. Now, there's a way that you can make those words trigger on a filter back here in Gmail. So if we go back to filters, let me see if I can't find my filters over here. I think I have to go over here to find the actual filters. See all settings. Okay, filters and blocked addresses. All right. I've got some filters set up for others. Okay. I've got a bunch of old filters I just need to take out. Okay, subject cache now. And here is the filter for 100K per year. So let's go in there and edit. And the subject is 100K per year. We can adjust it. Has the words. Info about 100K per year. That should edit some of the parameters. Okay, and we're sending the template. All right. And go down here and update filter. All right, so now here is the new one that came in with the corrected text. And here is before I even made the filter change, it sent, because as long as those that 100K is in there, I guess it'll work. All right. So, that's how you set up the automated version. I can't remember if Tino did that yesterday or not, but if he did, uh, forgive me for duplicating and replicating. But I just thought I'd show you on full screen because he was using a camera on his phone to record the work on his computer. And I thought I would just go live and share it here. So let's see if I am uh, going over here to my YouTube channel. And it's spinning like it's trying to load. Going over here to my YouTube channel, and hang on a second so I can turn off my sound. And it's there. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. Okay, Josh Lindsay, can people set up and use the template on their mobile phone, or is it a desktop only? Uh, Josh, I would think that you can get on your mobile phone and do that. If you've got your Gmail loaded onto your phone like I do, I can check. I just don't know how. I do all mine on a laptop or desktop. Okay, I do all my edits. So, once they send the info, yeah, they can send it. Uh, they can send it from uh, their phone, the request for info, and then get it back. As long as they have their email set up on that, because it's triggered. It just sends an automatic reply to whoever sends it. They can be in a foreign country, in another time zone, all night long. You can be sleeping and they can be sending you those messages. If you've put that little call to action in a group, sometimes it works. Sometimes you can put it up on a blog post. Um, and direct them to your lead capture page, because this is just an alternate form of marketing using free tools. If you have a blog somewhere or Twitter, okay, let me go over here and grab this right here. Let me get back over into my Facebook remote jobs. I'm going to click on that. Because I've got this copied on my phone. I put it into a little text file. Okay. Sorry for the slow bandwidth, guys. Let me grab this and say copy, highlight all that, right click, copy, and let me go into my Twitter account, because I can go on Twitter. Excuse me, my nose itches. Twitter.com. And I can go on LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah, slow. Well, I've got Twitter already plugged into my FED speed dial. All right. Let's see. I've got 2 Twitter accounts. So which one do I want to use? In. And we'll just sign in with my Google account, because, I can sign in with my Twitter account. Twitter. My username over here on Twitter is Guerrilla Market. as in Spanish, guerrilla market. Guerrilla marketing is that covert marketing. Click next. That's my username. Incorrect. Guerrilla market. All right. Use the ampersand. All right. Doesn't want to let me in. So let's do this. Let me go ahead and sign in with my regular login. It doesn't like my email. I know I haven't gotten banned because I hardly ever use it on a regular basis. I got an account. Do this again. Sign up. I don't want to sign up. I want to log in. Sign in to continue as Ernest. Verify your identity by entering your username associated with your Twitter account. Your username starts with the at symbol. At Guerrilla Market. Well, I'm already logged into my Google account. So let's go back and close that. Let's sign in with my Gmail. Oh, come on. Guerrilla Market. Well, see if it's Ernest O'Dell. Not like that neither. So screw that. Okay. Screw Twitter. I'm glad Elon Musk didn't buy it. Let's go over to LinkedIn. I know LinkedIn works. LinkedIn, I'll sign in with my account. Let me go over here and check real quick, see if anybody's leaving comments. All right. I don't see anything. Josh, I was wondering if anybody's still watching. So if not, that's okay. Now I'm going to log into my LinkedIn account. Confirm my account information. That's my primary. Skip. And remember, I'm going to start a post. Don't give people more than one call to action. Don't tell them something like, send me a blank email with this subject line to this email address or reply. Okay. You don't want to do that. Okay. So we're going to say, all right. So LinkedIn is, I've got it connected to my Twitter account. What do I want to talk about? I want to paste that. Looking for remote work, need cash now. Send email. I can say send blank email to dmsgroupster@gmail.com with cash now in the subject line, and I'll send information. I think they've allow up to 140. Okay. And I use tags, remote work, email, um, add a hashtag, cash, cash now. All right. And now I'm just going to post, continue, view post, and we'll look at it. You know, I've got, I don't know how many people I have on LinkedIn. Um, there for a while, LinkedIn was kind of a professional platform, but they've gotten a lot of, you know, non-professional members in there that tend to hit you up and cross promote you and everything. So grow your audience with creator mode. No, leave that alone. Okay. So, and here it is. Looking for remote work. I got 2,718 followers. Not too bad. About half of my Facebook. Looking for remote work, need cash now, send a blank email to DMS Groupster. And anytime you put an email in um, LinkedIn, it will, you know, open up the post. You hit that again, and it opens up again. It doesn't open up in your email. Um, Back in the old days, we used to put, mail to colon email address, and then we'd put um, question mark subject equals, and then we'd put the subject line in there and we would embed it. So I'm going to shut this down. But you don't want to get into any complicated programming. Just keep it simple. As Franco Gonzalez would say, keep it simple. Um, you know, KISS, keep it short and simple. So now we got the group up there, and I'll know if I get anything because I'll be checking my email. Um, that was an ad here. I'm going to go ahead and log out of my Yahoo, sign out. Close that. So I'm going to close this. And we'll go back over here to YouTube real quick to see if anybody has left. When I turn the sound off here, I hope I didn't turn off the output because I don't like to hear the double echo on myself. All right. So that I think is probably a little bit longer than, what we really needed, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys could really use all the triggers that are available on these um, filters and these templates. Really a powerful tool, if you learn it in the marketing equation, um, and then you know post it places where people would see it and respond to it. Um, so looking for remote work, need cash now, send email to dmsgroups@gmail.com with cash now in the subject line, and I'll send info. Boom. That's it. Okay. Um, I can put this on my timeline. I think I've got this on my timeline already. So, or something similar. So if I go over to my timeline, you can also pin uh, you can take a post that you post on your timeline, and Facebook now allows you to pin at the top of your feed. So, need to make cash now, email cash now in the subject line to dmsgroupster@gmail.com, and I'll send you the information. So what I would do here, there's Harry and one other, Angie, my girlfriend over in the Philippines, Jonathan Ellis, has had 5 shares. Did I share this? Okay, I must have. I shared it over to Legitimate Online Work at Home Jobs. I thought I only posted it or shared it to 1 or 2 groups. So if anybody else shared it, great, thanks. You know, but if you're over here on the YouTube channel watching this live, click that like button, give it a thumbs up, click the bell. You have to be logged into your Gmail account, Google account to subscribe to the channel, and we'll be glad to give you some tips and tricks anytime I do something like this. So we're going to remove the live stream from that and stop sharing our screen. And we're going back to our main green room. Let's see what we got. Comments over here. All right. Yeah. Josh said, can people set up and use the template on their mobile phones, or is it desktop only? So the comment that he left on StreamYard was also placed on the YouTube. Sometimes I stream in to my timeline, and I just have people go into my timeline, but I thought I would put it up on YouTube because it records it live on YouTube, streams in, and then as soon as I quit, it'll save it. And this is one of the reasons why I like StreamYard. I'm using the free version right now. I used to use a pro version where I can get a lot of fancy bells and whistles with it, but I just don't use it that much, and I just couldn't see any sense in paying $50 a month, although it's worth it if you're going to use it. Okay, if you don't use it, cut your expenses back. But I would imagine the more I do live streams and tutorials, I'll probably go back to a pro version. So this is Ernest O'Dell. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. You got some benefit out of it. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll set the comments to open on this YouTube channel on this particular video, because I think I have them set for no comments, but I'll open them up so you can leave comments. Anyway, Ernest O'Dell here, like Frank Calabro would say, signing off. Thanks.